Yehezkel chapter 26. Wayahi ba'ashte ashre shana be'ehad lahodeth. And it was in the 11th year, in the first to the month. Hayad bar Yahweh laile mor. The word of Yahweh was to me, saying, Ben Adam, son of Adam, Yagna atraha murat or al Yerushalem ha'ah. Because that Thor hath said over Yerushalem the Ach, Nishbara dalatot ha'amim, nasaba elai. The doors of the peoples are shattered. She hath turned to me. Imma lahu, imma laha, hochoraba. I shall be filled, she is laid waste. Lachen kohamar Adonai Yahweh. Therefore thus Adonai Yahweh hath said, Hinneni alaik Thor. Behold me against thee, O Thor. Waha'aleti alaik goyim rabbim. And I shall bring up over thee many nations. Kaha'alot hayam legalau. Like the sea brings up to the waves, to its waves. Wishihatu homot Thor. And they shall destroy the walls of Thor. Waharasu migdalaha. And they shall tear down her towers. Wisiheti afarah mimena. And I shall scrape off her dust from her. Wanatata hota lithi hasala. And I shall give her for a bareness of a rock. Mishtah haramim tihya betoka hayam. A spreading place of nets she shall be in the midst of the sea. Ki hani dibarti noum Adonai Yahweh. For I have worded a declaration of Adonai Yahweh. Wahayata levaz lagoyim. And she shall be for a spoil to the nations. Ubenotaha atrabashad baherb teharagna. And her daughters which are in the field, by the sword they shall be slain. We are the O ki ani Yahweh, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. Ki kohamar Adonai Yahweh. For thus Adonai Yahweh hath said, Hinneni mevi el Thor Nebuchadnezzar melech Bavel mithapon melech melachim. Behold me, one bringing to Thor, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babel from the north, king of kings, a king of kings. Besus uberekab, ubeparashim, uqahal, uamrab. By sword and by horse and by chariot and by horsemen and a company and much people. Benotaik bashad baherb yahrog. Thy daughters in the field by the sword he shall slay. Wanathan alaik dayek, and he shall give upon thee a siege work. Washafak alaik solala, and he shall pour out upon thee a siege mound. Wahekim alaik thinna, and he shall cause buckler to stand upon thee, over thee. Mahi Kavalo, and the stroke of the attack engine or battering ram, Yitten Bahomothaik, he shall give in thy walls. Wamigdalotaik, Yitoth Baharabotai, and thy towers he shall pull down by his weapons or swords. Mishipa Atasusai, from the abundance of his horses, Yikaseka Abakam, their dust he shall cover thee. Their dust shall cover thee. Mikol Parash, Wigalagal, Warakab, Tirashna Homotaik, from the sound of the horseman and wheel and chariot, thy walls quake. Babo Bithrareich, in his coming into thy gates. Kimabo Ermabuka, like one's entering a city breached, a breached city. Beparasot susai Yeramos et kol othotaik, by the hoofs of his horses all thy streets are trampled. He tramples all thy streets. Amek baherb yaharog, thy people he slays with the sword. Umathabot ozek larsh tered, and the pillars of thy strength to the land or the ground it descends. Washalalu helek, and thy riches he shall spoil. Wabazazur kulatek, and he shall spoil thy merchandise. Waharasu homotaik, and they shall tear down thy walls. And they shall spoil thy riches, and they shall spoil thy merchandise, and they shall tear down thy walls. Wabate hemadatek yitothu, and the houses of thy pleasantness they shall pull down. Wahaba naik wa eshaik wa afarek betoka maim yashimu, and in the midst of the sea they shall set thy stones and thy wood and thy dust. Wihishpati hamon shiraik, and I shall cause the tumult of thy songs to cease. وقول كنوريك لو يشا معهود, and the voice of thy harps shall not be heard any more. ونتاتيك للصحيح السلع, and I shall give thee for the shining surface of a rock, a bare rock. Mishatah haramim, a spreading of nets. Tihiyah, thou shalt be. Lo tibane od, thou shalt not be built any more. Ki ani Yahweh dibarti, for I Yahweh hath spoken. Noum Adonai Yahweh, a declared thing of Adonai Yahweh. Ko hamara Adonai Yahweh, thus Adonai Yahweh hath said, the Thor to Thor. Halo mikol mapalatek, behenok halal, halal, behareg, hereg, betokek, yirashu, hayim. Is it not from the voice of thy fall in the groan, or by the groan of a wounded, in the slaying, in the being slain of a killing in thy midst? The coastlands shall quake. ويردوا معل كسهوتام كل نشيه hayam, and all the princes of the sea shall come down from upon their thrones. وَهَيْسِيرُوا et me'ilehem, and they shall turn aside their robes. وَإِتْ بِغْدَيْ رِقْمَاتَمْ يِفْشُوتُ, and the garments of their variegated stuff, their embroidered stuff, they shall strip off. Haradot Yilbashu, anxiety they shall be enclothed with. They shall clothe with anxiety. Alahar yethebu, upon the earth they shall sit. Waharadu lirgaim, and they shall tremble for moments. Wishamamu alayik, and they shall be appalled over thee. وَنَاشَهُ عَلَيْكَ قِينَا وَهَمَرُولَكَ, and they shall lift over thee a lamentation, and they shall say to thee, Ekahabadat Northabat Miyamim, how thou hast perished, thou hast been destroyed, one sitting from seas. Ha'ir ha'ulala, the city praised. Atrahayata hazaka bayam hi wayothabaha, which she was a strength in the sea. She was strong in the sea. She and her dwellers. Atranatanu hititham Lukuliotabaha, which gave their terror to all her dwellers. حتى يحردوا هايين يوم مقبلتك. Now the isles or coastlands tremble the day of thy fall. ونبهلوا هاييم أطربايام مشيتك. And the islands are alarmed. The islands which are in the sea are alarmed from thy going out. Ki koha Adonai Yahweh. For thus Adonai Yahweh hath said, Betiti otak ir neharabet. Ka'arim atraloh no thabu. In my giving thee a city ruined, like the cities which are not dwelt in or inhabited. Beha'alot alaik et tehom, v'chisuk hamayim harabim. When or in the causing the deep to go up over thee, also great waters shall cover thee. وهردتيك et Yordebor el am olam, and I shall bring thee with the ones going down of a pit to the people of unseen time. وهتبتيك برش تحتيوت كخرابوت معولام et Yordebor. And I shall make thee to dwell in the netherland, the lower land, like the ruins from unseen time, with the goers down of a pit. With the result that thou be not inhabited. And thou and I shall give glory in the land of the living. Ballahot etnech wehenech. I shall give thee for terrors, and there is not thee. Utavakashi velohtimatahi odel olam. And thou shalt be sought, and thou shalt not be found any longer for unseen time. Noam Adonai Yahweh, a declared thing of Adonai Yahweh.